Hello, everybody, and I guess welcome back. We're here to show you a couple things that we think that we should be fixed and unturned before we get into the next version of the game. And I'm here with a Code Pro.
Yes, this is not a glitch video, just so everyone knows. This is not glitches. This is just things that I think would be neat. It would make the game cooler. Sometimes a little bit more logical. All right, so to start with, the one thing that I've wanted, for ages now is, as you can see, my head is not moving in this car. It's just looking straight forward.
Hmm.
Let's say you're playing PvP and you want to sneak up on a passenger sitting in a car and you think they're not looking at you, but in reality they're in their inventory holding a gun looking directly at you. So if that could be fixed, that would be amazing.
Hmm.
Alright, and the next thing we have is eating food but no water heal on max food. If you're eating food that also replenishes water. Charles, if you could demonstrate that.
So we're gonna get with a regular piece of food because I'm at 63. So I'm gonna get myself up to probably 100% or just close to it. So we're gonna go to 100%. Now we're gonna have a lettuce. We have lettuce here, and originally what you would eat lettuce, it would give you probably like 30% water with 30% or 35% food when you eat it. But when you're at 100% of hunger and have low amount of food, water, and when you eat it, it will only give you as much as the hunger has. So like, let's say you have 1% depleted from your hunger bar, it'll only give you 1% of the water from the lettuce, even though it would originally give you like 30 if you were had it below 35 less hunger, if that makes any sense. So right now I'm at 99, I'm gonna eat it and it's only gonna give me 1% water when it should be giving me 30%. And I think this is pretty ridiculous because reality, when you eat food and you take the entire thing, you don't lose just randomly the nutrients from it because you're full or whatever. So yeah, that's something that I think that should be fixed and unturned. So next thing.
Alright, so our next thing is something that I think is overlooked or underlooked, both actually. So when you max out your skill tree, some people don't realize that there's a random boosted skill. The random boosted
Mhm.
skill has not been updated or received anything except for no, actually nothing since Unturned 3 came out. It's been the same, few skills that have been, Olympic, Splatterific, Hardened, and is that it? Am I missing something?
Flight.
Flight, of course, flight. So Hardened is amazing. If some of the unturned vets probably know that is, reduction damage from zombies. Great in hard mode. But all the other skills are pretty useless. Olympic used to be cool, but ever since that they, Nelson made it where you can either choose to throw the grenade very hard or slow, it just kind of made that skill useless. And Splatterific, I think almost everybody I know hates that. Not one person I've ever met likes Splatterific.
Mhm.
And Flight is barely useful. But if we could get some new random boosted skills, that would be awesome.
Mhm.
All right, and this next thing is a bit of a chunk to talk about, but we're talking about the vehicle now. So when you look at this vehicle, people can run up and steal your tires. For example, I've locked this car, and Charles can take a socket wrench right here and
Mhm.
just take the tires right off my car. And yes, there is plenty of military vehicles to prevent this, and this is a downside to having a standard car. But that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is I don't understand the logic when someone could run up and steal your tires, but they can't siphon the gas out of your car. If Charles tries to take the gas out of my locked car, you can't do that. It
Mhm.
is much more realistic to steal gas out of someone's car than it is to take their tires. So if that was just re-implemented or reversed, that would make a lot more sense. Um, Now, another thing that I think would also be neat is other players can build on the car. Charles can run up and just place metal trash all over my car, and it's going to be extremely hard for me to get off of it if I'm a new player. And if I'm stuck on a server with first person, I might as well just abandon the vehicle because I can't drive it.
Mhm.
Now, to fix this, I think it should either be done like the same way with gasoline. You can't build on someone else's locked vehicle. Like you can't take gas, you can't build on the car. Or there to be an option in the trunk storage to take and place a claim flag in a separate 2x2 that claim flags the vehicle. And if I wanted to unclaim it, I would have to steely wheelie it and then take the claim flag. Because let's be honest, like if I take a claim flag and just put it on my car somewhere, anyone can just destroy it very, very easily. Like anyone, it doesn't even look good. It looks terrible. It looks so ugly.
Mhm.
The only way to really make this efficient is if you have an admin friend that can level edit it into the car or something. It's just not practical.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anyway, moving on. The I remember back when a few years ago when the APCs got an awesome update. They had they look great. I loved it. They updated from the 6 wheel to the 4 wheel or the 8 wheel. But when I got in it, I noticed that only the 2 front tires turn. And we're gonna have a video, or not a video, an image in this video that shows that in real life on an 8-wheeled APC, the first 4 tires will all turn because this vehicle is way too big just to have the front 2 tires only steer it.
Mhm.
Um, all right, and this next one I actually figured out not that long ago. If you land a helicopter on top of a base that looks like this, you can't close it. You can't reclose the gate. It's stuck like that. Like, and because the helicopter's blocking it. So that's kind of makes me sad.
Mhm.
And our next thing here, this involves the bayonet. I'm sure everyone already knows about this. This kind of has to go along the lines with the vehicle and the car, your head not turning. I can be clicking the bayonet on my screen. I lunge, but I can't even see him lunge.
You go in third person, you can see that there's no animation to it. You can just hear the noise. And if someone were to have very low like sound quality or whatever, could not hear this, but you can still see the animation on your side of the screen. And this doesn't make sense to have no animation of this because it's the exact same thing on both ends. You can't tell if someone's using the bayonet or someone's not using the bayonet. It's very very strange. I think it needs to be given some sort of animation to tell whether or not it's being used or not at all.
All right, and our next thing is something that I think used to be in the game, and for whatever reason it doesn't work now. I am holding a sticky grenade. Charles confirmed this is a sticky grenade.
Yes, this is a
What does it do? Look at that. It sticks to things, right? That's cool, right? Let me just stick this APC, right? Oh, man, that doesn't make sense. It just goes
it goes
right
straight
through it.
through.
It's okay, it's okay. We can craft an impact grenade. We'll use this instead. Doesn't work. It goes right through. So if that could be fixed, that would be awesome.
Mhm.
Because a rocket can be shot and hit the vehicle perfectly. Now, this is something that is probably one of the more useful things, probably one of the easiest things to fix. Whenever you're farming and you obtain a lot of crops, specifically small ones like lettuce, carrots, tomatoes, etc. You have you agriculture maxed out. You have a lot of crops you want to store. When you open a wardrobe, you go to right click on the lettuce, and you can see there is an option for equip, drop, store, and craft seed. If there was another option for store all, and specifically the option for farmed food, it would make it a lot easier for players to store their harvest inside of a storage unit much easier. So if that option was added, that would be a blessing.
Mhm.
But other than that, that is all we have for you all today.
Yeah, there's the
And
small little changes that we would like to see in Unturned. Just a little bit inconveniences and make the quality of life in Unturned a little bit better than what it is now. I see sometimes that some of these comes up into like a situation in the game, and it's just really redundant and kind of ridiculous that these things do not work in the game.
and
So
of course, we do have the Elver map coming out very soon, as you can see over there.
very beautiful Easter egg that was added recently, maybe intentional, maybe not, but I really love it.
Yeah.
I think we can both agree on that. All right, well, that's going to be the end from us. And thank you all for listening, and goodbye.